Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere and launch event of the DDD Learning Hub, the new virtual training platform for users of the DDD dashboard. Please take your seats as the event is about to begin. My name is Sophia Douwer and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. But before we begin, a couple of housekeeping rules. First, please note that your microphone and camera will be muted and turned off for the duration of the event. And we also ask that you put your cell phones on silent, just so that we have your undivided attention for the next hour. There will be an opportunity to do Q&A towards the end of the session, but please use the Q&A function in your Zoom to share any comments throughout the duration of the event. There will also be an opportunity to do some live Q&A at the end, so please stay tuned for that. Note that we are experiencing some load shedding in certain areas, so if you do experience a small halt at any point, please just hang in there, be patient with us, and the broadcast will resume. Last but not least, we have a very special surprise for everyone right at the end of the event, but I'm not going to spoil that surprise. And before we begin, I'd like to cross over to our correspondents in the field. We have Ntabaleng and Nolly who are out on the red carpet mingling with the guests as they arrive, and I'm dying to hear what the atmosphere is like. Ntabaleng, let's go over to you. How are things looking on the red carpet?
Thank you much, Sophia. I am Tabelo Moekwa, and I am with my colleague Noluthando Ndukwana coming to you live from the red carpet launch of the DDD Learning Hub. Now we're eagerly waiting to hear about this much anticipated world-class learning hub. Now a warm welcome to our VIP guests who have joined us on this special occasion. Now formal proceedings have not yet started, but please do stay tuned as the DDD team prepares themselves to showcase this incredible e-learning platform. Now I believe that Noluthando is at the main entrance and more people are arriving as we speak. Noluthando, how are things on your end?
It's myself, Noluthando, reporting live from the red carpet. There's a lot of excitement in the room, and I'm certainly excited. So since the new version of the DDD 2.0 rolled out last year, there has been a lot of interest and questions. So I believe that the Learning Hub is going to be a real game changer for the DDD officials who are keen on using the DDD 2.0, but still require some training. So the Learning Hub is going to cater for that, and they'll be able to be on par and ready to use DDD 2.0, which is really, really exciting. Yeah, it's really, really exciting, Tabile. I've just received a signal from the venue. It sounds like our first speaker is ready to hit the stage. I'm going to let Sophia to introduce our first speaker. Sophia, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Nolly. And you are correct. We've had word from inside that the proceedings are ready to begin. So we're going to head up the red carpet and see what's happening inside. I believe our first speaker for today is Ruth Geer, who's head of the capability building and support team at DDD. So she's been one of the masterminds behind the development of this new virtual learning hub, and she'll be sharing a little bit more about what it's all about. So let's head up the red carpet and see what we have in store.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what's probably the most exciting learning initiative we've ever launched to date. What we are about to showcase to you today is a world-class top-end virtual learning platform, and it provides our DDD users with everything they need to know about the DDD. It's online, it's in their own time, it's at their own pace, and at their own convenience. We've spent more than 2 years carefully crafting, developing, and building this platform. And today I would like to show you how it all works, how easy it is to access, and how it will change your DDD knowledge. But before we get there, I just want to take a few steps back just to position how this all came about. So in 2020, the program embarked on a digital learning journey, and it was partly in response to the COVID pandemic and all the restrictions it brought about. But as a program, we realized that we had to fundamentally change how we train or conduct our training and reach our end users. So we developed this online solution that will also help our users to be able to get to grips with the new DDD 2.0 dashboard that's being rolled out. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to announce that the DDD Learning Hub is live, it's easy to access, and it's ready to be used. It's a blended learning solution that allows both virtual and in-person training, e-learning content, access to webinars, media libraries, and many more. We partnered with experts in the industry, and we developed content that is compelling, relevant, and engaging, and it's at your fingertips. It's also accessible on most of our devices. The Learning Hub will also become an integral part of the rollout of the DDD 2.0. So without further ado, I would like to share my screen just to show how easy it is to access the DDD Learning Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to share my screen. And the beauty of the Learning Hub is that we have integrated the two systems. So if you log onto the DDD 2.0 using your credentials that's been sent through, you will see that it's an integrated live link on your blue menu bar. So you'll notice that the DDD Learning Hub is a click away once you access your DDD dashboard. So once you click on the DDD Learning Hub, it will take you straight to the DDD Learning Hub. Here you will see that there's key features and functionality that's really going to get you and support you to get to grips with the DDD dashboard that's being rolled out. But I would like to hand over now to my colleague, Ike Azubike, and he will take you through a virtual walkthrough and just touch on more of the features and functionalities that this platform can provide. Ike, I'm going to hand over to you.
Thank you so much, Ruth, and a warm welcome to each and every one of us joining us for this launch. I'm not going to say much because Ruth has really done a nice opening on the Learning Hub. So I'm just going to go straight and go through the Learning Hub. But first of all, before I tell you what is in the Learning Hub, I just want to tell you that this is very passionate to me in the line of what I do, training on the dashboard. This is going to be a game changer. Why am I saying it's going to be a game changer? It's going to even be something more than you experience in the webinars and also on your face-to-face training. Why am I saying all of this? It is something that is very direct. So you learn at your fingertips, you learn at your time. Right? It's very, very easy to understand and there's no rush, right? Now, the good thing about this also, remember when we had the webinars last year and we're introducing DDD 2.0, we informed you that there's going to be updates on DDD 2.0, right? Now, how do you keep track of those updates? By continuously logging onto the Learning Hub. Now, getting yourself abreast with the updates. So please log on to know what has been added so you will not be in shock when the next time you log on DDD 2.0 and you find out that something that's formerly here has been changed. So please continually log on to the Learning Hub to keep yourself informed with the update. Now, the last thing I would want to speak about is now for us exploring the Learning Hub. What is in the Learning Hub? How do we actually use the Learning Hub? By the left-hand side here, you could see some of this information here. One is the dashboard, courses, events, my learning, and media. I'm going to go through all of this just for you to understand what is in the Learning Hub. Now I am on the dashboard. So if you click here, this is what you see, right? Remember, if you go into your car and you start your car, right? You look at the dashboard. It gives you a summary of everything that is actually active or working in the car, right? You can monitor all those things. Now that is what we actually see in here. Now this is going to give you information on the Learning Hub, right? It's going to give you short videos. It's going to give you more information that you need at your fingertip, summarized. Now, the next one, which is very exciting to me, is the courses. Now I'm going to click here While clicking the courses, you could see that we have different topics, right? The courses have lessons on it. Now, the first thing, if you are actually trying to get or familiarize yourself with the dashboard, is navigation. You cannot use the dashboard without navigating, knowing how to go from one section to another. Now, most people would say, you know what, I don't even know how to navigate. Now, this is going to be a game changer because this does the job more than I, right? So you are going to now click on navigating. Irrespective of that, there are other lessons, right? So, but I'm saying navigation comes first because you need to understand how to navigate for you to be able to understand the data and for you to be able to now incorporate that into what you do. Now, under navigation and under the course, it's actually course 2 on Learning Hub. Now you see different topics under navigation. We have the dashboard navigation, we have the overview page, we have the detail page, and we have the detail page which have the educator information and learner information. Now you need to click on each and every one of them depending on what you want to learn. And now after doing this, there's actually like a test just to test your knowledge. The good thing is that you are not pressurized, right? You do this at your own time in the comfort of your room. You can stop halfway because we know that most of our colleagues, educational officials are actually busy, right? Now, when you come back to it, it shows you your progress status. Now you can continue when you're free. Now, the good thing about this and what I actually encourage each and every one of us is after completing a course, please go back to that section on the dashboard and also check your understanding. Now imagine you'll be sitting with the data of your school, of your circuit, or your district. Now you can be able to understand what that data means, right? Exciting, right? Good. Now let's go to the next one, right? The next one is events. Now, we know that there's a whole lot of trainings for this year. Now, how do you keep yourself informed abreast of all of this training? By going to event. Now, all the events will be loaded. Now, you click here, you can click on training and webinar. Now, I know that a whole lot of people have been sending me message, calling me to say, is the webinar, the Triple D webinar canceled, right? The good news is that it's not canceled. We are coming back live to you from next week, and that is what we have here. Now you can also register for your webinar here. So you see there's a whole lot of things in the Learning Hub. How to do this is you just click here, right? And you see more details on the webinar. You click here, you see the introductory webinar, what to prepare for. You need to book your seat, obviously, and then these are the dates. You choose the date that is convenient for you, right? And we are going to have lots of this information here. So you log in and you track this information and know which is suitable for you to join. Now, last but not the fourth one is My Learning. Remember, I told you that it tracks your progress, right? It tracks the progress when you actually, maybe you're actually learning navigation, or maybe you are at the detail page. And I know that most of the administrators, they're super busy, right? They get called by the principals and all that, and you stop at some point, right? It tracks that. So whenever you come back, it tells you you are here. So you need to continue from here. So that's why My Learning tracks your course progress. Last but not the least is the media library. Now, what we have here currently is our very special data point. Take our time to hear the fantastic and awesome work that your fellow education officials are actually doing out there. And also we'll be putting those short how to do videos that you love so much and you always request from us. Now, in a nutshell, you see that there's a whole lot, right, to get out of the Learning Hub. And how do you keep yourself, or how do you get yourself familiarized with all of this? Very easy. Logging in and exploring. Now, talking about exploring, I know that our media team is out there, and I know that we have the attendees there, and also we have our provincial project managers, and I know Ntabileng is actually interviewing one of them, or either two of them. I know she has Nolly there also. I'm really curious to know what they're speaking about, and I'm really curious to know who Ntabileng is interviewing. Ntabileng, can you please let us know who you're interviewing and what you're talking about?
Thank you, I can Ruth. Now you have indeed said a mouthful. Now, actually, let us all log on to the Learning Hub tonight and just see how many lessons we can complete within a week. Now, just bumped into a very special guest. Pindiwe. Now, Pindiwe is the DDD Provincial Manager for the Eastern Cape and has agreed to share her opinion of the Learning Hub. Pindiwe, welcome to the red carpet.
Hi, Ntabile. Hi to all our VIP guests joining us today. Greetings, everyone.
Thank you, Pindiwe. Now, please tell us, so what was the first thing that came to your mind when you learned about the Learning Hub project?
I think the first thing that came to my mind, Tabeleng, is I thought finally a solution that's catering to our changing world. The world's changing and DDD 2.0 and our learning solution has to change with that. Finally, we get to give our officials, teacher development, circuit managers, teachers learning at their fingertips. You can learn at your own pace. It's convenient. You can learn at your own time. The content is engaging. It's relevant. And I think most importantly is that it's preserving teaching time. No one is going to have to get out of the classroom or leave their own school to go attend a training session.
Oh, that is so beautiful, Pindiwe. Now, please tell us, so what is that one feature that you love the most?
Well, I'm a bit biased. I might just say I love everything about the Learning Hub. I'll just pick three. The first one is that the courses are divided into lessons. So you don't just take a big chunk out of your learning journey. You can take bite sizes, everyone, just take what you can manage until you finish an entire course. You can gauge your own learning and progress. You might start out in the red and then finish off being green at 100%. There's also an event section where you can keep abreast of upcoming webinars and training sessions. And then probably my favorite as well is the media library that houses useful videos on how to navigate that I think will be very useful for our users.
Thank you, Pindiwe. So any advice that you can think of to our DDD users and our guests today?
I'd say take your time, visit the dashboard. I know we have an aging department and aging officials. We have BBTs amongst us, but take your time, navigate the dashboard and see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But I'm pretty sure within those courses, within those lessons is a data-driven solution that will work for you.
Oh, thank you, Pindiwe, so much for your time. Now you heard from the lady. Take your time to navigate the Learning Hub. Thank you so much, Pindiwe, for your time. Now, just a small reminder to our guests to please post your questions in the Q&A section, and please tell us if you'd actually like to ask your question live. So, Nolly, who do you have on your end?
Still a lot of buzz and excitement on my side. I've managed to get a hold of one of our DDD provincial managers. His name is Yankee Litea. He runs the DDD program in the Northern Cape. So he's literally in the middle of nowhere, but he's dialed in today to join in and come and share his comments. So yeah, I'm excited to have him here. Yankee, welcome to the event. Great to have you here.
Hi, Nolly,
Yankee.
And thank you for allowing me an opportunity to greet our esteemed guest today.
Awesome, lovely to have you here. Yankee, you work closely with the DDD training team, so you've seen it being built. Tell me, what excites you about the DDD Learning Hub?
I'm going to answer your question, Nolly, using 7 words, right? But don't worry,
Okay.
I'm going to explain more. So, I think the way it goes, users don't need to wait for training. That's it. Users do not need to wait for training anymore. Furthermore, this milestone is going to change how we have been supporting our PED officials. This is going to give them power to self-learn. So yeah, that's
Thank you. Okay, and how do you think the Learning Hub is going to help our users get the most out of the new DDD 2.0?
Thanks, Noli, for that question. The Learning Hub is going to be a resource library for our officials. They're going to have access to a pool of self-learning videos that has activities, and not just activities, but interactive activities. I think that is great, right? What do you think?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's amazing.
Definitely.
It's amazing. And tell me, what's your favorite feature of the Learning Hub?
It will have to be the course tab because it has all the training modules with more than one lesson to keep our officials learning and championing the DDD 2.0 usage. Yeah, that's that. That's the one. That's my favorite feature of the Learning Hub.
Thanks, Yankee. So last question, but I'm going to catch you out on this one. How many lessons have you completed on the DDD Learning Hub? Let's hear it.
I'm glad you asked. I have completed all the lessons for the following modules. Introduction module to 2.0 is done. And then how to access DDD 2.0 module is done. And then, of course, my favorite module, which is going to be how to use the value structure, colleagues, how to use the value structure. So these are all the modules that I've completed.
Thank you so much, Yankee. You inspire me. I'm also going to go and finish all my courses so that I'm also on par. I mean, thank you for that. I've got a signal again. I believe we have some comments in the Q&A section. And so I'm going to ask our help desk guru, Jerry Lemekwana, to help to give us those comments. And I'm also going to ask, Ruth and IK to please turn on your cameras whilst we put you on the hot seat, okay? So that we take those comments, and I hope you all are ready. Jerry, I'll hand it over right back to you. Thank you.
So now is the time to interact with our audience. Ruth, I hope you're ready. We have a lot of questions in the Q&A in the chat. So basically, I'll start with the first 4 questions from Sophia. The first one reads, can anyone use the hub, or is it only for 2.0 users? Ruth, over to you.
Yeah, that's a brilliant question. Thank you very much, Jerry, and also for Sophia for posting that. I think how we position this is that the benefit of being a DDD2 dashboard user is that you get the full benefit of the DDD Learning Hub. And the idea is that the content on there is to support you to utilize our DDD toolsets better. So ideally, if you want to get the full benefit, reach out to either our team or your EMIS teams to get your access to the DDD dashboard to really get the benefit.
Awesome, fantastic. I love that answer. The second one is, does the hub have content about the old dashboard, which is the 1.0 as well? IK?
I'm happy to answer that as well. Or IK, if you're happy.
Go
fantastic.
Ahead. Yeah.
So because we know that the dashboard, our original dashboard 1 will be decommissioned in March, we purely focused all the content on the DDD 2.0.
Awesome. And yet, I think it does make sense that you don't want to create more content when you know that it will be decommissioned. So yeah, 100%, that's the correct one. Well, we still have the normal webinars as well. IK, as the training master, can you take over this one?
Thank you so much, Jerry. A short answer to that is yes, we will still have the normal webinars. I just want to say that this webinars also would be advertised and posted on the Learning Hub under the events tab. So please look out for that. And the good thing about it is that you know your schedule, choose the one that suits when you're free, and please feel free to register and join us on the DDD webinars. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I see one of the attendees of our Thursday, Friday webinar already. We have a hand raised. We'll get to them. So the fourth one is there a specific time that we have to do the Learning Hub training, or can I do it whenever it suits me? Again, back to you, IK.
Fantastic. Remember when I was going through the Learning Hub, I said you can do this anytime. We know how busy the officials are. So the good thing is it tracks your progress. So you start a lesson from a course, it tracks your progress where you stopped, right? Then whenever you are free, whenever you have time, come back, and then you continue from where you stopped. That's the wonderful thing and the awesome thing about the Learning Hub. Thank you. So the short answer is you can do it whenever you want.
Thank you so much. So we're going to move to the Q&A from the chat. So the first one from anonymous attendee is, how difficult are the tests? I'd like to take over this one because I did a couple of those myself. I can assure you that once you've gone through the content, and as I said, take your time. You don't have to rush through everything or anything. The content will make sense. I mean, it's something that it will make sense even as you're going through them. The content is very easy for me and hopefully for you. And I understand there's a term called DBT in the department, but do not worry, we got you. So we try to make it very simple for you to understand. And even with the test that you had to do, or you have to do, you will be comfortable with them. So yeah, that's my experience. I'm not sure if Ike or Ruth wants to add anything on that.
No, I think I'm just going to add something on it. As you just said, Jerry, the aim of this is for you to get have a better knowledge of the dashboard, the DDD 2.0 dashboard. So the good thing is it's simplified. And at the end of the day, that's why I said, go back to that section of the dashboard and test your understanding. Trust me, it's going to be an eye opener. Thank you.
Great. This one, I think is very important also. It says, hi there. Can anyone use the Learning Hub, or is it only for 2.0 users? Ruth,
yes, thank you, Jerry. And I think it's very similar to, the question that was posed. At this point, if you're a DDD 2.0 user, you will get the full benefit of the DDD Learning Hub. However, webinars will still be a public link that anyone can access and participate in. So there will still be content and links available if you're not registered with DDD 2.0. But ideally, if you really want to get the full suite of all the courses and lessons that's really built for our registered users, I would really want to encourage you to get onto DDD 2.0.
Amazing. Thank you for that, Ruth. Yeah, very interesting question from Jeff. Will we get certified or certificates of completion? Thank you, Jeff. Again, Ruth, very good question.
Happy to answer that. And that's what makes this really a world-class system, is that is a functionality that's available. So as soon as you complete, we can activate your certificate of completion, and you can print it, you can frame it, and you can, it's available. So definitely yes, Jeff. But thanks for posing it.
Yeah, no, good question. So the next one, still from Anonymous. Can I only register from the webinar from here? I guess for the webinar from here, using the Learning Hub. I can.
Thank you so much. I was thinking in my mind, who is this anonymous that keep posting this question? But yes, short answer, yes, you can register for the webinars there. And, it gives you an array of different dates and topic. You can choose the one that suits you, or the one topic that you're most interested in, and register. And then please remember to join us on the webinar days. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Then we have a comment here. It's not a question. Anonymous says, wow, this looks awesome. I cannot wait to start using the DDD Learning Hub. Thank you, DDD team. We appreciate that comment. Then the last question comes from Shadrach. The question is, what will happen to DDD 1.0? Is 2.0 replacing 1.0? I think that's a very good question. I care. Any comments on that?
Yeah, thank you so much. So remember when we communicated via the webinars and also training, and also that our newsletter, we said that DDD 1.0 is going to be phased out. We are just wanting everyone to get familiarized with DDD 2.0, and then DDD 1.0 would be gradual. It's actually going to be phased out. I'm just trying to look for a nice word, but please note that it's going to be phased out. And don't think you're going to miss anything, because you have an improved, a better, and remember, in Ruth's word, a world-class system. So why not, log onto DDD 2.0 and start getting your hands into it, because definitely DDD 1.0 is going to be phased out. Thank you.
Perfect. I think that was the last one, but I'd like to hear from everyone who's here. You can raise your hand just raise your hand if you have a question, you have a comment. We'd like to hear from you when it comes to this Learning Hub that you just saw. I think that would be very important to hear from our audience. But then if we do not have anyone, also let me just look at the time. All right, perfect. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have almost run out of time. So we have to pause the questions here. However, we just received a word from our MC, Sophia, that we have a special guest in the house who wants to make a special announcement. Sophia, is that correct?
Yes, thanks, Jerry. And thanks for handling those questions. There were some good ones there. Not the ones I post, but the ones that the audience post. Awesome stuff. So not many of you will necessarily know that the DDD program has some really heavy hitting brains behind it. So not just the Department of Basic Education, but also our funders, the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation, as well as a whole team of experts at the New Leaders Foundation, with New Leaders obviously being the implementing partners who make DDD happen on the ground. And a lot of the people you're seeing tonight, your hosts this afternoon rather, are part of that team of experts. Now, we're very lucky. We have just been joined by the Managing Director of New Leaders, who has a special surprise in store for our audience. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Manoj. Manoj, tell us what you have in store for us.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Sophia. And it's such a pleasure to be at such an exciting event. But I first want to just start off and say thank you to everyone for really taking the time out on a Friday afternoon specifically to attend this VIP event. And your interest that you've shown, not only in DDD, but the support systems that we've put in place, really around being able to support you to make some better data-driven decisions, leveraging the dashboard on the ground. I really do want to acknowledge, the critical role of our EMIS and DDD champions specifically as core enablers of DDD 2.0, and how this Learning Hub is really aimed at providing yourselves with all the support that's needed. I think the team has said something important from the start. It's about convenience. It's about access at your fingertips. And when I think about convenience, we all learn differently. We all learn at different times of the day. What the Learning Hub really enables us to do, everyone, is to make it convenient at a time, a place that's good for us to be able to get it. But number two, for me, is important. It provides you with support all the time without needing to wait. So I really hope that you're also going to be logging on to this DDD Learning Hub specifically and going to check it out. All I'd like to remind everyone with, and I think the question came through earlier as well, is that DDD 2.0 will continue to grow based on some of our use cases that we'll continue developing. After we've decided to decommission DDD 1.0, there will be new features that will be added on throughout the year as well. And this is why the Learning Hub is extremely, extremely important and an integral part of that. As we add features, the support that we provide for those features will continually be updated on the Learning Hub as well. In closing, everyone, I'd really like to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being passionate about DDD and projects like this, specifically where it's built for all of us to be able to enable us to really have a positive impact on the millions of learners in South Africa. We strongly believe that this Learning Hub will be hugely beneficial to all our users, and we can't wait to hear more about your experience as you start using it. So before we close off and you head off for a great weekend, I'd like to leave you with the last thought. The beauty of data is its power. The power of a single data insight to change a single life. And to do so, one learner, one classroom, one district, and one province at a time. And with that, everyone, together we have that power. I really want to say thank you all. Thank you for the support, and thank you for being able to join us this afternoon. Thank you, everyone.